are in our rental car trying to get everything set up. We got a GPS, we're on opposite sides, and we're ready to hit the road. Hello!
Hello, hello.
We're in better moods now because we got to our hotel and we figured out the driving situation and we got some coffee. And
No
now,
breakfast yet, though.
No breakfast. So the city isn't awake yet, which is very interesting. I think because it's Sunday, so everyone's probably in church, which we should be in church, but we're not.
Rebels.
Rebels. The weather here is very odd. Kyle should have brought more jackets.
Just my jacket.
It's very cloudy and rainy, and it's nice. It's peaceful. The city definitely, like we said, isn't awake yet, but it's enjoyable. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go find food.
I made you cry, don't mind, I didn't want to hurt you. I'm just a jealous guy.
We are on day 2 in Ireland. Yesterday we had a great day. We didn't do much of this little filming business because we were trying to get our feet wet in Ireland and figure out what we were doing and how to drive and where we were going. So we took a nap yesterday when we got to the hotel, and then we went out and went exploring. We found some pretty cool spots, and then we went to the Guinness brewery, which was amazing. And we got to have a pint of Guinness on their Sky.
Guinness Brewery,
Yeah.
like the first one.
The first one and the best one. And we got to have a pint of Guinness on their like Sky bar that has a 360 view of Dublin. So that was super, super fun. So we got to walk the 45-minute walk back to our hotel, a little blitz from our Guinness, which made it a little easier. But we had so much fun, saw a lot of cool nightlife last night. And then we woke up this morning, packed up, we're in the car, and we have a 3-hour drive this morning. So we're going to Kilkenny Castle, and then we're going to the Rock of Cashel.
It's Kilkenny.
Kilkenny. Kyle has a great big Irish accent, and he keeps telling me to literally stop talking because mine's so bad.
It's the worst. It's the absolute worst.
So, whatever. We're going to the castle. Hey, this is the Sumners. Welcome to our crib. And then we're going to the Rock of Cashel, and then we're going to go to Cork, which is where we'll be staying tonight, and then we'll be there again another night. So we'll explore that a bit. We're here at the Rock of Cashel. We learned so many interesting things. We took a free tour and learned all about these grounds and saw the original cross of St. Patrick, which is really cool. That's downstairs in their museum. And then behind us is St. Patrick's Cathedral. And I think the coolest thing that she told us about that, this was my favorite fact that we learned today, was that it's constructed in the shape of a cross, which is so interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're standing in the middle, you can look from left to right and forward and behind you and see that it was constructed in that way. And of course, every piece of that building means something. So I thought that was really cool. What was your favorite thing that you learned?
How we destroyed all the trees out here in front of the...
Yeah, that was really interesting. So there's a circular tower around the back that you can't see from this view. But one of the things that our tour guide was telling us is that in part it was built in height for the structure of what a circular tower is and how that looked, but also because both when the families and then later on in further centuries when the church was here, they were always on the defense, and so they had to have a point where they could see if attackers were coming. So if you look out to this view, all the way back to the mountains that you can see in the distance, or the hills, were forest. So all of that was covered in greenery.
It's like 50 miles.
Yeah, it's very far. So, as you can imagine, they needed a high vantage point to be able to see. That was really interesting. I really liked that too. But we're going to enjoy some more of the sunshine, and then tonight we're driving to Cork. Yeah, for our Corky selves.
Get out.
Too far. We're entering the dungeon at the Blarney Castle. Kyle's embarrassed of me because I keep videotaping us.
Non-stop.
But if we start here, we can get all the way up to the top. So we'll take you with us. Yeah?
Here we go. Are we going for this?
I don't know. How do you... How is it?
It's just a wall at the end.
There's just a wall at the end.
Well, yeah.
Go left. Let's see what's there.
Go left. Oh, it's just a little... Oh, this is the guard room.
The what?
A wooden seat would have run across this wall.
Use the bathroom.
Oh, yeah. Ew!
There's a bedroom. Oh, it goes farther back, but you can't get in.
Yeah. Update, we couldn't get through the castle. We couldn't get through the castle through the dungeon, but we just walked up the most narrow staircase I've ever been in my life and came out to this view. So we're at the top of the castle now. I'll take you to the view. Oh.
Hey guys, welcome back. It's Judy and Kyle. The Blarney Stone was awesome.
We did kiss it. Kyle said he wasn't going to, and then we did. And we met this little girl up there who told us she wasn't sure she was going to kiss it. And then when we got back down, we said, "Oh, did you kiss the stone?" She said, "No, too many gems." Oh my gosh, the moo-moos. Morning.
Good morning. I'm Erlen.
We're on the Ring of Kerry today. We started about, what do you think, like an hour ago, maybe?
Yeah, about an hour ago.
And we're at our first stop, the Kells Bay House and Gardens. So we did a lot of research on this last night to try to figure out the stops that we wanted to make. There are plenty to make along the route, and we're hoping to see some really cool stuff today. I've lost Kyle in the forest, and I'm afraid that he might have been captured. I'm not sure though. I don't see him yet. Ah!
Holy Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
You're scared?
So scared.
Kyle's shaking the bridge so much, and now he won't even look back at me. It's just a very fast-moving river with shallow water and sharp rocks. Woo! All right, my turn. I'm holding my coffee, and you guys, I gotta save that, so phone's going away. See you on the other side.
All right, Judy's walking on this suspended bridge over a river, all with a coffee in her hand, because God forbid.
Update, I made it to the other side, and I went back out there in the middle,
It's crazy.
and Kyle was not happy.
I was scared shitless, I'm not gonna lie.
The pilot is afraid of heights.
Yep, she got me beat on that one.
Cheers. We are hoping that we have beat some of the tour buses because the roads are pretty tight back here and we don't want to get stuck behind them. But we saw someone last night on one of the information sites that we found equate this to the road to Hana in Maui, which Kyle and I did last year on our honeymoon. And so far, I don't know how they could have gotten that idea.
Good afternoon, Somnorellas. Welcome back.
We just got done at the Torque Waterfall, which was close to our last stop, and now we're at the Muckros Gardens?
Yep.
Muckros
House and Gardens. House and Gardens, baby.
Yeah, and it's really nice. We've hit some rain, and we've learned our lesson, so we've been carrying the umbrella.
Every 5
and
minutes
our
it rains in
jackets.
Ireland, so we got the umbrella now.
Every 5 minutes, it's very true. But we're gonna see this house, explore the gardens a little bit, and it's been a good day. This is our hotel. It's the nicest one we've had so far.
What up, Somnorellas?
We like this one the most, for sure.
This way.
Oh, I thought we were going to get donuts.
Not right now.
What? Good morning. We're leaving our castle hotel. Ow! Wouldn't even think that he likes it, how much he runs from me. We're leaving our castle looking hotel today, and we're going to the Cliffs of Moher.
Oh yeah.
So we're,
Coolest part.
yeah, coolest. Maybe, we don't know because we haven't seen it yet. But we're up and at 'em, and we're going to get some breakfast.
Breakfast.
Hopefully some good coffee because
It
I don't
doesn't
know.
exist here.
I don't know what's wrong with this country, you guys, but they must not care about coffee. They must drink so much beer that they don't care if the coffee is good or not. I've only had one good coffee here, and it was a cappuccino in a tiny little shop, and I wish it was somewhere that I would have stocked up on their supply so I could drink it every morning. But we're off to hunt for good coffee and some breakfast. Bye! I didn't think to get my camera out when we were eating breakfast because we were scarfing it down and barely speaking or thinking, but I did find good coffee. We went to this little place called Mug and Bean, which is where we got breakfast this morning, but the cappuccino there actually was amazing. So I'm very happy, a little regretful that we didn't try that place yesterday because I could have had amazing coffee yesterday too, but I'll settle for getting it today. All right, we're at the Cliffs of Moher. We're taking a little bit of a video in here because it's so windy outside that if I bring out my phone, I don't know that any of the audio is going to cut through. And I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried to bring out my camera because it literally is so windy.
Looks like it's doing about 100 miles an hour here.
Yeah,
right
I'm
now.
afraid I might be blown over. I'm not sure. But we're excited. So we're gonna take a bit of a walk. We've heard that one of the mistakes you can make is staying at the visitor center too long. So the Cliffs of Moher are 5 miles long, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So we'll take a little bit of a walk and see how far we can get. And hopefully it doesn't rain. It's cool, huh?
That's pretty cool.
We can barely walk up this hill because it's very windy.
Can't go any higher.
It's very windy.
It's actually chilled out now.
Yeah, but every once in a while a gust hits and you get a little bit nervous. Do you think it was worth the climb?
Yep.
Would you say that?
No.
Life's
No.
worth the climb.
Over the stairs and next to the electric fence we go. Dum, dum, dum. It's like walking the Great Wall. Hey Judy, move out the way for the home to Galway.
Welcome to Galway. We finished
We're
up.
there.
Yeah, we're here. Almost got run over. So we're gonna walk to get some dinner, check out the city center. I'll take some pics, and if I can figure out how, I'll go boop, 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 and put them right there. Rainy morning, going to the airport. Time to leave Ireland. Kyle, will you be in the video?
Nope.
Please.
Nope.
Time to leave. We're going to return our car that had faulty air conditioning.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. But it got us around and it got good gas mileage, so it's alright. We did not give our hearts to Galway, girls.
I did.
In 800 meters, continue on.
You know what though? This is good. We're leaving and this is the first day that it has rained like this, which is amazing because we have heard throughout our travels here that it rains every 5 seconds, which we did experience, but this is the first time that it has rained so significantly and for so
3
long.
kilometers.
So if you want to come here,
Kilometers.
long sleeves, regardless of temperature, because it's not whatever you believe.
Yes.
It's 60 degrees
All
all
the
year
time.
round,
Mhm.
and it rains
All the time.
all the time.
But
Non-stop.
it'll rain for 5 minutes and then it'll be sunny
And
for
then
an
it'll be
hour.
Beautiful.
And then it'll rain for 5 minutes, just enough to get you all wet and uncomfortable. Your hair is not dry anymore. So if you have your umbrella, you're golden, but you really do need long sleeves because it's very chilly and very windy. Stop yawning! Get back! Oh.
Tell me why I never want